What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, OMG, Link, and Tezos. Those are the 6 we're going to be able to get into today. And what I want to do is start off with Bitcoin. Obviously, it's the main driver of the market. And guys, I don't think we can beat this Bitcoin rainbow chart. Like I promised you, about once a week, we're going to get into this and look at where we're at right now. And what you can see right now, we're basically in the area right above HODL, where people are saying, is this a bubble? And I think that's a great area that we're actually at right now, because many people have been saying, are we going to get that one more big leg to the upside? And in my opinion, guys, it's just my opinion, I believe we will. I think we have some more time left in this market. Not the longest time. You should start planning your exit strategies, but we're getting to that point where we still could have one more massive leg to the upside like we did back in this area. Because you can see last time we were at around $7,000 when we were sitting where we're at now, right around that HODL, is this a bubble, FOMO intensifies, right in that range. And then we got that big blow off top. See back in here, big blow off top. We actually got outside of the red here. But in my opinion, you're going to have these diminishing cycles. So you can see this was about our highest. Then here we got into the bright red. So this next time, once we start getting up to around this $100,000, and that's going to be at the sell, seriously sell, I'm really going to be keeping those stop losses tight. And then if we get up into the red, in my opinion, guys, that's when you want to start unloading your Bitcoin, unloading your Ethereum. We're going to look at the Ethereum chart as well. When you get up into that red, most likely the bear market is going to start to commence slightly after that. And what this does, it gives us a projection. If we can get up into this red of around $140,000 to $150,000, right up in that range, and that's going to be the maximum bubble territory this time. Right below that is going to be around that $100,000, and that's going to be at the sell, seriously sell signal right up in this range. Guys, why we talked about it's so important to take these profits if you're a longer term macro trader. You don't want to watch the price go from $140,000 or $150,000 if we can get up to that point all the way back down. The next time, the bottom of the bear market could take us back to $20,000. I'm not kidding you guys. That's how extreme it could get. This last time we went from $20,000 all the way down to less than $4,000, right in that $3,000 range. So if we do hit up here around that 140, 150, we definitely could come back and hit some of those levels, 20,000, 30,000, somewhere in that range. And you definitely don't want to hodl through all that. And that's just my opinion, guys. I did it in 2017. I've learned my lesson. If anything, I take profits a little too soon now. I still have a little bit of the PTSD from 2017. And if you guys also have that as well, let me know down low. But I'm one to lock in profits, because in this space, they can get away from you pretty quick. You can see something pump up, say it was at $8, it can pump up to $15 in a day, and then all of a sudden it's back down to $8 or $9 before you can go back up and make that next higher high. And I want to capitalize on those things. But when we're looking at Bitcoin here, you can see that we're at the territory, is this a bubble? Trying to move into FOMO intensify. So I just don't believe the top is in yet, for Bitcoin. Okay, I'm projecting some higher levels around that $100,000 range to that 150, right up in that range is what I'm looking for. But guys, in this space, anything can happen. Okay, and you always have to be prepared to change your strategy if something crazy happens. Okay, and really look at this rainbow chart, guys. This is blockchaincenter.net. I think this is one of the best charts you can look at for the longer term for Bitcoin. Now, if we close out of this, what we're going to do, we're going to look at the Ethereum chart now, which is pretty cool that they actually came out with this. So the Ethereum rainbow chart, we're going to get it up in the full screen here. You can see right now we're passing out of this yellow, and that's where it says, is this a flippening? When people start talking about it, is Ethereum going to overtake Bitcoin? You'll hear a little bit of that chatter now. The next area up above that is, but have we earned it for the price? And that's going to be up around like $4,000 to $5,000, right up in this range. The next area that we're going to have this lighter pink is going to be go back to Bitcoin. So where people could potentially be taking their profits from Ethereum back into Bitcoin, maybe another leg up for Bitcoin. And then in the red, we're going to have this maximum bubble territory. And for this rainbow chart, guys, you can see whoever did this here on blockchaincenter.net, basically, you can get way outside of this because this is still early in terms of this rainbow chart. Okay, but once you start getting up into this bubblegum area here, this pink at around $10,000, I would definitely start considering, not financial advice, taking some profits, guys. Last time, $1,400, all the way down to roughly about $100. That's how extreme these bear markets can be. And me personally, I am going to be taking advantage of the bear market when it comes, and I will be trading it. That's my plan. I'm already setting things up for it, guys. I'm planning for it. Obviously, I'm going to run this bull market as long as I can, but I am not married to either side, bullish or bearish. Can trade either side, and we want to run this as long as we can. Then we're going to flip sides and we're going to make stuff happen. And whoever's here with me, guys, I hope we can do this together. But for Ethereum right now, really keep an eye on these levels as we continue to move up. Looks like we could hit a potential of about $10,000 this cycle if this wants to continue to keep running up. I would be prepared for some type of little correction. It always happens. But in the macro sense, it doesn't look like we're in that maximum bubble territory yet. So that's going to be Ethereum. And then what I want to do is get into Litecoin for us here, guys. And Ethereum's at 3,500 right now. So you can see on my chart, what I want to do is take a look at Litecoin next. And if you're here for Litecoin, guys, let me know down low. I'd also love your price predictions. I always love to hear that. And tell me if you think Litecoin's going to be able to hold this level. This level right now is at 339 is going to be the support area. We broke up through it. We want to continue to find support off that. So today's a big day for Litecoin. But what I like about Litecoin, guys, it's been pretty steady here. We've had these nice higher highs, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, and higher lows coming in. It's been a really nice looking trend here once we broke out of this symmetrical triangle. But the main thing is just continuously focusing on the volume as it comes in here. So we did have some selling pressure up here, almost like a doji candle, a little bit higher volume. So if we do retrace, guys, we want to set a higher low and then try to get up there for a higher high. And also, if you get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Appreciate all you guys' help. And if you ever want to help this channel out, I have a few addresses that you guys can always donate or tip to, and it's always appreciated. So just want to throw that out there. I've had some people ask me about it. Volatility stop, we're looking at 300 right now. And that's the thing, guys, when we're looking at Litecoin and all these coins, the volatility is so great. You know, you kind of have to have a plan. Are you going to be a swing trader? Are you going to be a longer term investor? Are you going to be a position trader? You know, are you going to sit through these retracements of 40% when they come? Say this was the top right here, guys, local top for Litecoin. If we went back down another, 40%, you're looking at $220 we could go back to if we get another big, deep correction. We don't have to do that. There's many times, guys, this is what happens. So we'll end up moving sideways like this for a day or two, maybe down a little bit, and then we get that next push to the upside to potentially go up to like $450. That's a potential, but we also do have some little warning signs up here. Like last time it was a shooting star candle right here. This one we're having a doji and then like a spinning top candle up here. So a little bit of indecision at these higher levels for Litecoin. Right now sitting at $358. If we take a look at the technicals, on the 1 day we are looking at a 5 sell, a 6 neutral, and a 15 buy. Oscillators, we're looking at a 4 sell, 5 neutral, and 2 buy. Moving average is still strong. So basically, we got a lot of neutral going on. Our commodity index channel is going to be a sell. Momentum's going to be a sell. MACD level is going to be a buy. Stock's going to be a sell. You can see the stock RSI up around 98 right now. So, this is a pretty big move, guys. If we do have to cool off or at least consolidate sideways for a while, I wouldn't be too shocked if that happened. But, this is Litecoin, guys. We could have a massive move to the upside. Whenever the whales want to push this market, they can do what they want to do. Okay. If we turn on the EMAs, we are up above our 20. We are up above our 50, our 100, and our 200 here. So I would look for support first if we started to fall, guys, around 311, and then it would be down to around that 20, about $288 is what we'd be looking at. And like we said, to the upside, get a nice strong break, maybe 400 to 450 are going to be the overhead resistance areas for Litecoin. So if you like me covering Litecoin, guys, let me know down low. Next one we're going to get into is Link. I know a lot of people have been asking about Link. So for Link here, we are up above our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200 moving average. So that's looking good. No problem there. We are at a main overhead resistance area here, and that's going to be at 48.32 is going to be the spot, guys. And same thing here. I mean, we didn't have massive selling volume, but this is definitely one we could retrace a little bit more, maybe even back to about 42.56 before we go up and set our next higher high, or at least consolidate here before we get that next push. If we do get a big push to the upside, I'm going to be looking at about $55, the first target, and then it's going to be up to around $60. But this has been a really nice, healthy trend for Link, guys. If we pull this back off just so you can kind of take a look at everything, you can see the history for Link. All right, guys, so right here, this is when the move really started. When we broke through about $4 right here, this is when it really got moving for us. And now all the way up around $50. Relative strength's at 66 right now, so we're not in any overbought conditions, which is a nice thing. If we get into our technicals, we have a 3 sell, 9 neutral, and a 14 buy. Oscillators, 2 sell, 8 neutral, and a 1 buy. But the main thing, guys, you just got to take price action 1 day at a time. That's the main thing. I know people want to put out predictions, go, Link's going to $200 or whatever. Guys, 1 day at a time. That's how you don't get caught with your pants pulled down. Okay, there's people who will take out massive leverages at this area here, and they may be right. You know, it looks like the trend's going to continue. We could get a massive break to the upside, but what they like to do is leverage on 25x or 50x, and even if we get a little bit more retracement, they get stopped out of their entire position or liquidated out of their entire position. So always be careful. I think one of the smartest things you can do is trade spot altcoins without any leverage. They're volatile enough as it is here, guys. When Link has a major correction after a local top, we can go down 63%. We've seen it before. Back in this range here, we end up going down about 40%. So always be prepared for these retracements, guys, and never FOMO into anything. That's something I will tell you till the cows come home. Don't FOMO into anything. There's always going to be opportunities. Wait for that good buying opportunity. So that's going to be Link, guys. If you're here for that, let me know down low so I can keep it in. If a lot of people don't want Link, we'll just move on to something else. So that's Link. Next one we wanted to take a look at here was OMG. This is actually one of my favorites here, as we've been talking about this one since about $4 or $5. Okay, so we're at $14.34 right now. Really nice strong move. We broke up above $10.66 was our overhead resistance area. Next area we're going to look up to is roughly, if we can have a daily candle close up above $13, we're going to see if we can get up to around that $19.32. Is going to be the next target area. Relative strength's at 77 right now. And typically, guys, when we do really get overextended for OMG and when we start to get these corrections, the relative strength gets up to about 85 to 95, right in that range. So being at 77, we still could have a little bit more room. Things get really overextended in this space. I mean, all you have to do is look at Ethereum Classic and what it's done recently. Okay, but OMG is one of those. I mean, we get up above 19, we'd be looking to $28, and then I believe it would be blue sky breakouts over that, and my overall target for this market cycle would be about $100, right up in that range. Okay, because once we break up through this, if we break up and have a nice back test, this is definitely something that could run pretty hard for us here, and you can see we're in a nice, healthy uptrend. All right, guys, not saying it has to get to that 100, but that's something that I'm definitely looking at if we can break up over top of this, roughly about $30. Because when you get those blue sky breakouts, remember, guys, just like Bitcoin, when it was at 20,000, what happened after it broke 20,000? Look at the price it's at now. Look what happened once Ethereum broke 1,400. So this is definitely something being around $30. It could double, go to 60 or even higher than that, since it's a little bit smaller cap coin. And there's, I believe, about 140 million of them, so the supply is not really big for OMG. When money comes into it, it really comes into it hard and fast. All right, so that's definitely one we just have to be prepared for. So that's going to be OMG, guys, just watching these movements come in, higher highs, higher lows. That's what it's all about. And then if we get to the technicals for OMG, we have a 2-sell 7 neutral and a 17 buy oscillators, 2-sell 6 neutral, and a 3 buy moving averages looking strong there. So that's going to be OMG, and then we're going to get into Tezos next here. And if you're here for Tezos, let me know down low. Got some coins doing well. Civics at 61 cents. Digibyte almost 15 cents right now. ETC's at 139. Let's see where our Tezos is at. And these are all the coins that I like to watch here, guys. Just so you know. All right. See if this will come up. Guys, we're storming here, so we're having a little trouble with the internet. Just bear with me for a second. Let's try it again. Well, guys, I apologize. It looks like it's not coming up for us here, so we'll try to get that on the next video. Just having some trouble today, but if you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless you all. Take care.